Uh, Hi, good afternoon. My name is Oyun Sheth, and I am an information security analyst at Data Securities Private Limited. Okay, my area of interest is in P1. I'm in network penetration testing, web application penetration testing, at the same time ethical hacking, and other programming languages like C, Python, etc. So today I will be showing you guys how to, escalate the privileges in Linux machine using the kernel exploit and the Crontab vulnerability. Okay, so this is the follow-up of the previous day's topic. Okay, in the previous day we discussed, the Linux privilege escalation. Okay, abusing the sudo right and the SUID bit vulnerability. Today we are going to exploit the, Linux machine by using the Crontab vulnerability and as well as the, I mean, mm, the kernel exploits. Okay, so today first let me present my screen so that I can show you guys that what is the kernel. Okay, let me present my screen. Just a moment. Okay, just wait a minute. I'm okay. Yeah. Okay. So I think that is visible now, right? So let's first discuss what is kernel exploitation and what is kernel basically. Kernel is a core component of the operating system. Okay, kernel is a core component of the operating system that manages the memory operations and CPU time. Basically it is in between the hardware and the user. It exposes, basically it exposes the services of the operating system. Okay, it exposes the services of the operating system. It acts as a bridge between the operating system and the user. Okay. Okay. So this particular kernel can be exploited due to the security flaws. Okay, if there is a problem, if there is a misconfiguration, okay, then it can expose the, internals of the operating system. Okay, it can expose the internals of the operating system by which we can exploit that, by which we can exploit the vulnerability and we can enter into someone's system. Okay, so this is the vulnerability. There are some common techniques by which kernels can be exploited, like buffer overflow, okay, heap spraying, use after free vulnerabilities. So these are the most common techniques in kernel exploitation. Okay, by which we can exploit the kernel. Okay, after that we before discussing the kernel exploitation, I also want to mention one more point, that what is privilege escalation. I already mentioned this point in the previous day. However, I'm going to repeat that the types of privilege escalation, because it is important to know the types of privilege escalation when we are, when we will be doing this thing in the practical, right? So first of all, there are two types of privilege escalation. One is vertical privilege escalation, and another is the horizontal privilege escalation. Whenever you are trying to, escalate, whenever you are trying to, gain the access of the users that are of same privileges. Okay, then that is the, horizontal privilege escalation. That means whenever you are trying to gain the access of the accounts, or the or the accounts of the user, okay, who are in the same privilege, same privilege level as you. Okay, so that is the horizontal privilege escalation. Okay, but whenever you want the elevated access, whenever you want the elevated privileges, at that time you need to perform the horizontal privilege escalation. For example, if a normal user wants to escalate his or her privilege, then he if he or she wants to gain the administrator level privilege, right? So in the administrator level privilege, whenever he or she is trying to get the administrator level privilege, that is called the vertical privilege escalation. That means the privilege that is higher than the current privilege level. Okay, the privilege level that the hacker wants to gain is higher than their current privilege level. Okay, so that is called the vertical privilege escalation. Okay, so now let's come to the point again, and we have already discussed the point kernel exploitation. Now let's go to the what is cron job. Cron job means whenever it basically used to run the scripts. That means whenever you need to automate a task, you can use the cron job. Okay, basically it gives you the it enables a user, a particular user, to automate a script, okay. So you can, there are you can set the time, in the cron job. Okay, however, if the scripts are being run by the user using the root privilege, then it can be a vulnerability if it is not maintained or if it is misconfigured. Okay, so that is the point. That is the point of the cron job vulnerability. Whenever a particular script is being run with root privileges. Okay, whenever the script is being run with root privileges, and that particular and that particular that particular thing is not configured properly. Okay, at that time it can be exploited. It can be exploited because some malicious script can also be run. Okay, at the by replacing the legitimate one. Okay, by replacing the legitimate one with root privileges. Okay, so that is dangerous, obviously. Okay, so we need to if we are running a particular command, if we are running a particular script, then we with root privileges, then we need to configure it properly. Okay, after that, what are the mitigations of kernel exploitations? We are discussing the mitigations of kernel exploitation now, because after discussing these points, we will totally be involved, we will get totally involved in doing the practicals. Okay, that how can we will see practically how can we exploit a particular machine, a Linux machine, using these two vulnerabilities. Okay, so let's discuss the mitigation of kernel exploitation now. So what are the mitigations of kernel exploitation? The first mitigation of the kernel exploitation: whenever you are going to update, you need to update your kernel. You need to update your kernel to the latest version, so that the with proper security patches. Okay, you need to update that. You need to update it regularly. Okay, whenever the security patch or update is coming, you need to update it. You need to update the kernel to the latest version. Okay, besides that, you need to ensure that the you need to segment, you need to configure in the kernel in such a way that the certain regions of the memory should not be executed, should not be executable. Okay, so that the attackers cannot run some malicious code. Okay, besides that, you need to do proper logging. You need to do proper checking or monitoring. Okay, whenever the kernel activities are happening. Okay, to detect the malicious activities, to detect the potential vulnerabilities of the kernel. So you need to maintain all these things to ensure that the kernel exploitation shouldn't happen. Okay, after that, the mitigations of Crontab vulnerability. So whenever you need to mitigate the Crontab vulnerability, you need to restrict the access. You need to restrict the Crontab access to the specific users, only trusted users. The user you need to configure the Crontab in such a way that only the permitted user, only the authorized user can access that Crontab. Okay. Besides that, the configuration should be done in such a way that a particular user can run the scripts with minimum privileges. There is no need to run the scripts or the commands with root privileges all the time. Okay, you should avoid running the scripts. You should avoid running the commands with root privileges. Okay, if it is not required, if it is not essential, basically. Okay. Besides that, you need to do the monitoring process, like the kernel exploitation. You need to do the logging, proper logging, so that the changes can be detected in the cron tab. Okay, so that the user can be alerted in the specific at that certain point. Okay, so these are the possible mitigations of these vulnerabilities. Now, what we will be doing, we are going to, exploit the, machines. Okay. First, we will be looking at the first we will be looking at the kernel exploitation. Okay. So let's go to the, let's start the simple machine. Okay. I'm going to start it, and let's check the IP address of the Kali machine first. Okay, so now what we will be doing, we are now going to check the IP address. We have got the range. Okay, we have got the range. Now we are going to check the, IP address. We will discover the IP address of our vulnerable machine. Okay, we are going to discover that. So, for doing that, what we will be using, we will be using the sudo net discover command. Okay, we will be using sudo net discover command. Basically, we will use the net discover using the sudo rights. Okay, basically, we are going to use the net discover command. Okay, and this R is for range. We are mentioning the range. Okay, what we are doing here, we are mentioning the range. Okay, we are mentioning the range. Just a minute. I think I am having some issues in running the simplicity of box. So let me start it first, and then I'm going to perform it. I think there is some issue happening. Okay, just let me check whether the issue is being resolved or not. If the issue is resolved, you can see it in the Kali machine in the screen of the Kali machine. Okay, you'll see the IP address will, appear. Okay, in the Kali machine. I'm going to start the command. I'm going to start the I'm going to start the net discover command so that IPs will get discovered. Okay, so let's wait for a moment. It will take some time. Okay, it is taking too much time. However, we need to wait until the IP gets discovered. Okay, I'm going to check for the issue why it is not being shown. Sometimes these boxes may, I mean, face some issue. We can face some issues in I mean, starting those boxes. However, we need to wait. Okay, I think the IP. Let's check it again. Okay, we have received the IP, right? So this one is our IP. This one is our uh, vulnerable machines IP. Okay, 192.168.0.111. Okay, now what we will be doing, we will use the nmap to scan the IP. We are going to use the aggressive scan. At the same time, we are going to use the verbose mode. Okay, let it happen. Okay, it is completed now. Now let's check I mean, which ports are open. I think port 80 is open, so the web application is running in this IP. So let's go to the browser and let's check which IP is running here. Let's check HTTP 192.168.0.111. Okay, let's check. Okay, so it is showing us a login page, and in the login page, we see that it's a cute news version 2.0.3. Okay, let's check whether the MySQL, the I mean 3306 MySQL port is not open. So, what we will be doing here, we are going to register first because we do not have the username and password, right? So we can't log in. Okay, so what we will be doing, we are going to register ourselves. So I'm going to give an arbitrary, I mean, username. Okay, and at the same time, I'm going to use the password. Let's say I'm going to give a password, and I'm going to give a, I mean, email ID. Okay, and I'm going to register. Okay, as soon as we have registered, let's go to the personal options, and here you can see that we have the, I mean, page where we can do the we can upload something. Okay, where we can upload something, right? That means what will happen if we create, okay, if we create a malicious file and upload it here, we can get the reversal. That means if we, I mean, upload the, I mean, reversal script, right? We can gain the, I mean, reversal, right? So what we will be doing, we will create a payload now. Okay, we will be creating a payload now using msf venom. Okay, so let's go to our kali machine, I mean, let's go to our terminal and let's write msf venom p, p for payload, php. Okay. Okay, let me check whether it is PHP or not. Let me check. Yes, it is showing .php, so I'm going to write PHP meterpreter reverse shell ill host ill port. Let's say it's 4444 if raw. Okay, let's generate it. It will take some time to get generated. Uh, I think we have typed something wrong. Sorry. By mistake, I have given the victim's IP. As we are, trying to gain the reverse shell. Okay. Besides that, I also made a mistake here. I have typed the reverse shell, that will be reverse TCP. Okay. So basically, what happened here? We need to provide our IP in the lhost section. Okay. Okay. I'm going to check. I'm going to correct myself. We need to provide the Kali's IP, right? Now, what is the IP address of our Kali machine? Let's check it once again with iconfig. I have config. Okay, 107. Okay, L port is 4444. If raw. Okay, let's generate it now. I think it will get generated now. Okay. Okay, so it is generated now. Now, what we are going to do? We are going to make a file in a new tab. Let's make a file. Let's name it with reverse shell dot php, right? Let's paste the code here. Okay, so as we do not need to change anything here, because as we have provided in the at the first time, what was our mistake? First we typed something wrong in the payload. It was not shell, it was TCP. And besides that, we provided the lhost IP as our victim's IP. It is wrong, because this is our R host, remote host IP. Victim's IP is the remote host's IP. Whenever we are listening in this particular port 4444, we need to provide our IP. Okay, then it means the listener's IP. That means the our Kali machine's IP. That means the attacker's IP, right? So now what we will be doing, we are going to upload this particular script. Okay, that actually the PHP file to this particular upload point. Let's before that, what we will be doing, we are going to start the MSF console. Oh, okay. So now we are in the MSF console. Okay, and let's use the multi-handler. Set our payload. Check for the options. Set lhost as. Let's run it. Okay. Now let's upload the shell. I think it is located in here. Yes, reverse shell.php. Okay, let's upload it and let's set changes. Now, what we are going to do, we need to, do the brute forcing of the directories. Okay, we need to do the directory brute forcing in order to check where this particular file got uploaded, right? So, what we will be using, we will be using the dir. Okay, so we have got the uploads, right? So let's check the this uploads directory. Okay, as you can see, we have uploaded the reverse shell. Now let's click on it and see whether we have received the connection or not. As you can see, we have received the connection. Let's go to sysinfo. Let's use, as you can see, the name of the computer is simple, so we have gained the access of the victim machine. Now what we will be doing, we are going to, I mean, we are going to gain the root privileges. We are going to exploit, basically, what we are going to exploit the kernel vulnerability. We are going to exploit the kernel vulnerability, right? So what we need to check here, we have seen that this particular, I mean, let's check this particular version. Okay, and let's check whether this particular version has some vulnerability or not. Okay, uh, let me copy it first. Let's check it. No, I think it will not work. This is not also going to work. Let's check local privilege escalation. Exploit db. Let's put the number. Yes, this one may work. Ubuntu or Fedora. What we will be doing, we first download it in our system. Okay, so after doing that, what we are going to do, we are going to open the Python server. Let's go to the cd downloads folder and let's open the Python server. Okay, now what we will be doing, we will be, let's go to the shell channel zero created. Okay, let's bring the interactive shell by this command. Okay, now let's go to the root directory. I mean, let's go to root cd. Let's lsl. As we can see, the temp directory has the read, write, and execution permission. So we will enter into the cd temp directory, and then what we will be doing, we will be uh, downloading this particular file. What was the IP of our Kali machine? Okay, 107 and 36746.c, right? Okay, so it is saved now. Let's check lsl. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are now going to compile this particular file. So gcc 36746 dot c o access static. Okay, let's check LSL. Okay, now we are going to run this file, access. Okay, now we are root, right? We are root. As you can see, our user ID is root. Now let's go to the root directory. We need to gain the root flag. Okay, let's check LSL. Okay, cat flag.txt. Okay, as you can see, we have, I mean, gain the root flag. Okay, so that is the end of our, I mean, that is the end of our simple machine. That is the end of our, I mean, the privilege escalation using the kernel exploitation. Okay, we have exploited the vulnerabilities that are present inside this particular kernel version. Okay, so that is complete. Now we are going to exploit the machine that has the Crontab vulnerability. Okay, so we are going to exit from here. Okay, now let's close this tab. Okay, okay, so now let me open the machine that has the, I mean, Crontab vulnerability. Okay, we need to wait for a moment. Okay, and we will be using the same command. Let's wait for a moment first. Because the vulnerable machine is going to start within a few minutes. Okay, so now what we will be doing, we are going to, I mean, use the same command sudo net discover. We will use the range flag /24. Okay, we have got the IP, so let's scan it. We are performing the aggressive scan again. Okay, let it happen. It will take some time. Okay, so it is now complete. Let me check the results first. So as we can see, SSH port is open, HTTP port is open, MySQL is open, HTTP is also running in a port 8080. So in two ports, both in I mean port 80 and 8080, both in port 80 and 8080, the HTTP is running. So what we will be doing, we are first going to check the web application. We are going to first type the IP address here. Let's go close all these things first. Okay, I think nothing is here. Besides that, this language is different. So what we will be doing, we are going to use this particular port number. Oh, sorry. As you can see, we have a login page here. Okay, so we have a login page. So what we will be doing here, we are going to perform as the MySQL as the port 3306. That means MySQL is open. So we are going to try we are going to we are going to retrieve the details, user details, okay, username and password kind of thing. Okay, as MySQL port 3306, as port 3306 is open, right? As port 3306 is open, we are going to discover the I mean a username and the password. If we are going to gain the username and password, that will be better for us. Okay, before doing that, what we will be performing, we are going to check whether the SQL injection is present or not. Let's check it. No. Let's check it with reputation again. Okay. Okay, so I think SQL injection is not present here. So what we will be doing now, we're going to root first. Let's discover the other directories also. Okay, so due to the for doing that, what we will be using, we will be using the derb. Okay, we are going to discover this .txt, .html files, .php. Okay, and we are going to use the word list. Let me open a new terminal and let's check. Let me check the word list. Okay, locate command is not working. However, what we can do, let's go to the downloads folder. Okay. Hmm. Let's. Okay, we need to download the directory. Big list of the directory names. This one. Let's download it first. Okay, we have downloaded it. Now, what we will be doing? Let's go to the downloads. Copy this one, the name. Let's go over here. Let's paste it over here. Okay. However, this particular, we are let's stop it first. Let's remove the W. Oh, still it is taking the common.txt file. So what we can do, either we can use it, or even let me change the format. No, still it is taking the common.txt file. Okay, no problem. We will be using the common.txt file as a word list. Okay, we have got the access.html. Let's check the access.html now. Oh, sorry. We have typed the wrong IP and it will be HTTP. Okay, as you can see, we have received the, usernames as well as the encrypted passwords in encrypted format. So what we are going to do, we are going to crack all these passwords by using the crackstation.net. So now let's crack it. Let's crack the first one. Okay, okay, this is Italia 99. Let's check the second one. Okay, this one is the Mariana, and let's check the last one. This one is Bipsu. Okay, so what we will be doing, we will be, trying to log in into the user's account from, first we will do it from the bottom. Okay, okay. So what we are going to do now, what we are going to, first use the header and Bipsu. Okay, so let's go to the login page again, and let's type header and Bipsu here. Okay, so we are logged in now. So what we will be doing, we're going to enumerate all these things. So what is in there? This is enter an item name. So this is of no use. Build history. Okay. Manage Jenkins. So let's check for the what is Jenkins actually. Jenkins is an open source automation server. It helps the parts of the software development related to building, testing, and deploying, facilitating, continuous integration. Okay, it is a server-based system. Okay, the programming language used in Jenkins is Java. All right, all right. So what we will be doing now, we are going to go to the script console. Okay, we are going to use the script console, and as we can see in this script console, we are allowed to run a particular script here. We are allowed to run a particular script here. So what we will be doing, we are going to take the Java reverse shell one liner code. Okay, go to the pen test monkey, and let's check for the Java code. Here it is. So we are going to copy the whole thing. Let's paste Control C and then paste it with Control V, and then we are going to change the IP. The IP address will be our Kali's IP address, because we will be listening in this in our Kali machine, and we will be using 4444 port to listen. Let's Okay. Before running it, what we need to do, We need to, start the listener. Okay, so now we are going to run it. And I think, yes, let's check the ID. As you can see, we have got the connection from the machine Jenkins. Okay, so now what we will be doing, we will try to bring the interactive shell here. Okay, it is showing there is a problem in while scanning string literal import. Okay, so let's try it again. Okay, there is a problem in import. However, we also made a mistake. We haven't provided an oblique sign here. So we need to provide that also. I mean slash. We haven't provided a slash here, so we need to provide it also. Let's check with bin sh first. Once again. Okay, there is some problem happening with this import. There is some problem happening with this import. So what we will be doing, let's try it again. uh, no, no, let's copy it, paste it over here. No, I think there is some problem with this particular code now. We already used in the previous lab. We already used this particular code in the previous lab. However, we didn't face any kind of issues in using this particular code. However, we are facing issues in this particular code in this particular box. So sometimes it happens in some cases, okay, in some boxes. Okay, so don't worry about that. If we are not getting the interactive shell, what we are going to do, we are now trying to check for the, current directory. What is our present working directory? Okay, now let's check the contents. Okay, as you can see, temp directory has the read, write, and execution permission. Besides that, we have the etc directory. So let's go to the etc. Let's check lsl. We are going to check the cron tab. So this is here cron tab. So we are going to cat it. Okay, as you can see, we can, run a particular script. We can run a particular script use with root privileges. Okay, so what we will be doing, we will be appending a particular code, reverse shell code in this particular cleaning script.sh, and we are trying to listen that. Okay, we will be listening that. So what we are going to do now, let's download, let's check one, tcp, bash tcp payload, reverse shell payload. Let's check it from here. Can we use this one? Let me check. This one is the date recipe. Okay, let's copy it. We need to make some changes here. First, what we are going to do, we are going to open a text editor. Let's delete it. Let's paste it over here. We need to replace the IP address. We need to change the port number. Okay. Let's make it 1234, and we are going to provide bin sh here. Bin bash here. Let's copy it and let's go to the terminal. Let's echo it to etc script cleaning script.sh. Let's check. First, we are going to start the listener. Now let's check it. Okay, as we can see, this script runs in every 5 minutes, right? So we are going to get this connection within 5 minutes. There is a possibility. Okay, so let's wait for it. If we are not getting it within 2 or 3 minutes, we will be doing something else. We need to do something else. We will wait for only one. Let's wait for 1 minute more. 1 minute more. So what we can do, we are not going to get it, I think, because we are not in the bash. So what we are going to do, let's go to bin bash. Let's bring the interactive shell first. Let's bring it first. Let's use bin bash, then let's try it again. Okay, now we have got the interactive shell. Now what we will be doing, let's check it again. Let's cat it. Okay, now what we will be doing, we are going to copy it and paste it over here. Okay, we have, let's start the listener again. Okay, and let's wait for it. We need to wait for at least 2 to 3 minutes. Did you receive anything? No, we haven't received anything yet. It's taking a long time. We need to wait. We need to wait. Let's see one more minute. Otherwise, we have to do it in other ways. Okay, we have to do it in another way. Using another way. You have to gain the privilege. Still, we haven't received anything. Okay, I think we need to do something else. Okay, we are not going to get this. I mean, using this particular thing. Sometimes these boxes can, I mean, do this kind of problem. So what we will be doing now, we are going to type a particular command here. Okay, we are going to type a particular command. So let's check it. Let's do echo. Then in the meantime, what we will be taking, we will keep checking it. Okay, however, we are going to echo it. Okay, we are going to, I mean, do the echo. Okay, so echo. After that, what we will be doing, then let's say echo Jenkins. We are basically going to delete the sudoers files. Okay, we are basically going to delete the sudoer file. Okay, Jenkins all equals to, now we need to provide it no, I mean, let's give it all, then no password. Okay, so basically we are deleting the sudo password. I think I have typed it wrong. No password. Okay, no password. So basically Jenkins all, we are going to delete the sudo file, right? No password. Then after that we need to provide this particular, I mean, colon and then all again. Okay, now what we will be doing, we will be, I mean, sending this input to the sudoers file. Okay, we will be sending this particular to sudoers file. So etc sudoers. Okay, after that we need to, I mean, we have deleted it. Now what we will be doing, we will be sending it to the etc script, right? So let us copy this one, and let us copy this one and paste it over here, and let's do it. Okay, so we have run the command. Now what we are going to do, we are going to cat it. Okay, we are going to cat it. Okay, so let's do that. We are going to cat and this particular location. Okay, now we will going to lsl. Okay, cannot access el. Okay, all right. Okay, okay. So let's check it with let's use sudo l command here. Okay, still it is checking for the password. Okay, okay. We have got the, I mean, root from here also. Okay, this particular command didn't run. However, the from the previous one, from this particular payload, we have gained the root access. Okay, that means the bash TCP reversal payload, we have gained the root access, as you can see here. Okay, as we now what we will be doing, we will be trying to access the root directory. Okay, cd root lsl. Now we can check the flag.txt. Okay, so now yes, this thing, this particular box is solved now. Okay, actually we had to wait for 5 minutes. Okay, we only waited for 2 to 3 minutes, that is why it was not coming. However, we gained the, I mean, root level privilege. Okay, so that is all for this particular session. Okay, thank you guys. Okay, all right, thank you.